My cell phone rang. It was from an unknown number. I looked at my wife and I said, "This is not a good call."
Everything. So, I miss him very much.
They're the all-time prop leader. They make the most beautiful props. And you're going to notice as they hear this, there's no ballads. And I heard that was on purpose because this music, Brazilian music, doesn't have ballads.
And here we go with South Philadelphia String Band and Brazilian to One.
36-year-old Joe Ferry and 35-year-old Kelly Wiseley were just engaged this Christmas. Both driver and passenger were killed. 31-year-old Denny Palandro was sitting in the back seat and died on impact. Next to him was his wife, the only survivor in the car. She's still recovering.
But it wasn't until close to 9 o'clock. And I remember Joe's friend coming up to me and just shaking his head no. And I knew what that meant. And I asked, "What about Kelly?" And he shook his head no as well. I don't remember much after that. I was kind of in shock at that point.
Yeah, hasn't been easy at all.
So you're at the club New Year's night. You're together with your family. You're together with your friends. You know, you're enjoying, like we always did, the friendship that we have. And hours later, you wake up to a phone call that, you know, the nightmare began. And it's only gotten worse. It's you know, it's something tough to talk about, but you know, when you get that call, you hear there was a bad accident, and then you can't confirm what's going on and who was in it, what happened. You don't know what to do.
It's a feeling I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. It's something that you could never imagine. It's something you hear about on the news. You don't think it's not going to happen to you, but it did happen to us, and we're living it every day of our lives now. And I need to be there. I need to be strong for my wife, for my daughter, my granddaughters. But without our friends, without our string band friends, without our family, without our mummers friends, I couldn't do it.
I mean, I really looked and researched it. There's never been anything like this ever happen in Mummery. And like to happen so close to the parade or on or about the parade. This never happened. Like, it doesn't matter like what division it was. Never happened. Nothing like this ever struck the Mummers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to this point, and then you move to the next one. Right? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I just think we had that mindset, the band's like that, and I think if anything, it gave us the attitude and like we have to do it for them. So it's like, yeah, at the same time you feel absolutely awful that everybody's going through this, but we have a job to do to win, and it's expected of us, and that's our main goal throughout the year is to win. You know, you do this to be with your friends, obviously, and it makes you realize this more, that when this happened, that to appreciate all the time we have with each other and how close we really are. But at the end of the day, it's to win, and those guys were a big part of it, and they would want us to win, and we have to win for them. But we can't do anything less than that.
I don't know you can put it into words what it's going to be like at this moment. For me, you know, many years dancing in front of the band, little Denny was my partner, right? We did the whole dance. Our whole spot was like right next to each other. So I spent a lot of years right next to him. So this is a different year for me on that aspect. And then Joe, the two of us have been co-drill directors for Jimmy for a couple of years. So working on the show and the dancers and props and stuff like that, you know, we're currently experiencing not having them here as it is. So when you hit the street, it's going to be completely different, but I can't even tell you what that's going to feel like because the emotions just kind of all take over.
Man, we're putting a show on that involves a fortune teller putting a spell on this whole carnival. The carnival comes to life. Whatever you were doing for your job in this carnival, you become. But the overall show is that this fortune teller put a spell on this carnival, and now he controls it and twisted it his way. It has a dark vibe, but it's also very happy and fun at the same time.
I mean, even like at rehearsal, you still look for them. It just doesn't feel real. You look for them at rehearsal, and you look for them to come through the door. You see, Ferry would actually help Jimmy with drill, so he was a big part of that, running drill, and he's just not there to do that anymore. It still doesn't feel real.
Our band has the hardest workers that I've seen in any organization. Our young core of guys, led by Jimmy Brown, they just work harder than I've ever seen in any Mummers organization that I've been involved in or I'm friends with. These guys just go above and beyond. They bleed for this band and they put their heart and soul in everything they do. This year, if you can take it to another level, they're taking it to another level because they were such great friends. Joe Ferry, my son, and the whole crew, they were like brothers, and a huge part of us is gone, and everybody realizes that it's going to be so emotional, but these guys are just working to another level.
It's undescribable. Everything we got is coming together as one and working for one goal, to win for these guys. You know, with them not being here anymore, it's tough, but being together with everybody, it's going to be hard.
Winning New Year's Day would be phenomenal. We know that the parade and everybody is going to be thinking of Joe and Denny. We certainly want this win, just like we do every year, but you're right, it is more special this year because they're not with us.
Winning on New Year's Day would mean the world for all of us. It would bring emotions, the cries that were going to happen. Winning for them would be something that, it'd be unbelievable.
We all took a major loss this year, every one of us. I don't think anybody's hurt as more as these individuals standing right here. We just want you to know we've been with you from day one. We'll be with you till the end. They'll never be forgotten. They're in our lives forever. We're dedicating this entire year to our loved ones, our angels. Last but not least, with the recognition, I want to thank our families, guys. We can't do what we do without the support of our families. The nights that we're out several times a week, it's nerve-wracking. You got to take care of the family, the kids, doing things by yourself. Believe me, we've all been through that. And we so much appreciate you guys letting us do what we do to make this thing happen. Thank you to our family.
Tighter than we have been. Even the bear at the end, those buckets, push a little bit more out.
You know, if there's ever a year that they're going to want to win this parade, this is the year. This is the year that they want to do it. They want to do it for Denny and Joe, and I think they want to do it for Big Denny.
For this band, it's been a tough year, and no doubt a mixture of anticipation, of nervousness, experienced rehearsals, fortunately, and the feeling that once they get into this routine, it's all going to be fine. Here's South Philadelphia String Band and Carouspell.
It'll be a huge load off of our shoulders that we've accomplished what we set out to do. I'm not going to take away from the importance of the prize, because we spend a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of effort into competing for that coveted first prize. But this year, it's almost secondary that again, what the Mummers community did for us, supporting us and holding us up, and what my South Philly String Band family has done for me and my family, the prize is secondary. I mean, through all the emotions, through all the struggles that we experienced this past year, there's going to be such a relief and such a load off of our shoulders that we got through it, and we'll be there for each other regardless of what the judges' results are at the end of the day. We'll be there to support each other and know that we all love each other, and know that we're all there for each other.
The Palandro-Ferry Foundation will give back to members of the Philadelphia Mummer Society, no matter what division they're in. Anything that we could do to help someone in need, anyone that needs something, they can petition to us. The executive board will vote on it, and we'll give back whatever we can to help each other.
I just feel great that again, after all the support we've gotten from the Mummers community, that we can give something back. So we encourage everybody to visit us on our website, Palandro-Ferryfoundation.org. Donate what you can, and then we can turn around and pay forward the act of kindness that we received through this whole tragedy back to the Mummers community for those families that are in need.
Well, the foundation obviously is there to help within the Mummer family, and I'm sure there's a lot of individuals that could use the help, whether it's a child or somebody who wants to take music lessons, or maybe their instruments need to be repaired, or maybe a dad is laid off from work and needs some help to pay their mortgage. And I think it's wonderful to keep this going in Denny and Joe and Kelly's name. There's no doubt about it. And I think it will help a lot of people.
We get a call like this, you never know what.
Chris. What are you gonna do? It is. What are you doing? Oh my God. This just oh, you come out, man. It's up to you. What are you doing? Stop. Okay, there's a blue one there. Grab that fucking blue one. Just go out with it. Just go out with it. Let's go. Go out with it, then. Do it. Let's go. Yo! Shut the music! Shut the music! Shut the music! Shut the music! Yeah! You gotta be quiet so you can hear me. I'm not using the microphone. We did this for our angels. We dedicated this for our angels. And our dedicated angels gave us 1 and 1!
On behalf of the Palandro, Ferry, and Wiseley families, we'd like to thank you for watching. And to keep the memories of Denny, Joe, and Kelly going forever, please visit us at our website, Palandro-Ferry Memorial Foundation.org, and donate when you can so that we can continue to provide to families of mummers that are in need and keep their memories alive forever. Thank you.
We said goodbye in January snow. Was moving fast cause I was on the road. Cause the pain hits me like a life lesson. I know but I'm just testing. Every scar's a story to tell. I tell you mommy cause I